Hi everyone, welcome back to Cookies by Mrs. O. So today I am going to be decorating a birthday cake. So this birthday cake is going to be for my son, and he requested a Spider-Man cake with Oreo cookies. So we're gonna see how this goes. So I decided to decorate the outside of the cake like Spider-Man, and the inside will be vanilla cakes with Oreo, crushed Oreo cookies mixed in the batter. And so I already have those baked. They've already been cooling, and they are ready to decorate. So if you want to see how I decorate this cake, keep watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you can be notified when I've uploaded something new, and like this video. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start off by just placing a little bit of the icing on the cake board. This will just help the cake stay in place. The cake recipe that I used, I got from an awesome cake baker, Yolanda Gamp. If you haven't seen any of her videos, I suggest you look her up and go check her out. But this is her vanilla cake recipe, so I did not use a cake box this time, and it was very easy to follow. And I just crumbled up some Oreo cookies like I said before, and they are mixed in the cake batter. So I'm going to just place the icing on top, and then we're going to fill this middle part with a few Oreo cookies. So my son wanted Oreo cookies, so this is how I'm going to incorporate that into the cake. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, the whole entire layer is not covered, but we have just enough to have some of that Oreo in the middle when we cut the cake. So now I'm going to put the second layer on. And this time I'm going to place this layer upside down so that the bottom will be up top. That will help me have a much flatter top for icing. Okay, so let's get ready to put on a very thin crumb coat. With this crumb coat, I'm going to use the same color icing, of course, but I did not cut off any of the cake, and one reason is because he did suggest that he wanted some type of Oreo icing, but I did not incorporate any Oreos into the icing, so I figured if we had some of the crumbs, as you're going to see later that some of the crumbs are still going to kind of be infused in the final layer, but to me that made it look like a little bit of Oreo mixed into icing. So there are going to be a few open spaces or gaps, but don't worry about that. We're going to make sure that everything is all covered up in the final icing. Okay, so I did allow that crumb coat to chill in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes or so. And I did go back and add a little bit more blue to the icing so that we can have a bluer color, if that makes sense. And so we're going to go on and put the final layer on. And then once we're done, we'll put it back in the refrigerator to let it chill a little bit more. All right, see, you can kind of see a little bit of the crumbs coming through, and to me that gives the appearance of a little bit of Oreos. Okay, so you saw the freestyle face of the Spider-Man that I did. And so now I'm just going to go around the outline with the black icing. I'm using a number 3 tip, icing tip, to do the outline of the Spider-Man's head, his face and eyes and everything. And then I'll go back in using one of my star tips to fill in the white of his eyes and the red of his head or mask. So I'm using my little boo-boo stick to kind of press down some of the tips of the stars. When I was pulling it up, some of them I came a little too far up, so it had like a little spike. So I just wanted to make sure that they're all kind of level, and it's coming along pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to change the star tip out for a number 2 size tip because I just want to go in the spaces where the stars didn't come quite together, just to fill it in with a little red so that his whole face can be the red. And here is the Spider-Man. Wow. So now I'm just going to go in with the black again to start the web outside. So I had to go off and look at a picture just to make sure that I was constructing the black lines of the web the right way. And we're just going to finish this off and make this Spider-Man come together. Okay, and if you look closer, you'll see some of my black lines were not coming out as straight, and I guess that was me being a little wavery with my hand, but that's okay. This is a spider web, and you know, this spider didn't do his lines completely straight, which is okay. For example, here are some really shaky lines. Okay guys, here's the final cake. I hope my son likes it. I think it came out pretty good.